All right, so next we're going to talk about Joe Biden. This man just...
I'm super excited.
Did you hear about this?
No.
So he was talking in a church, and he was whispering how Trump is doing a bad job, trying to making jokes, and it was so
in a church?
It was so cringy. Yeah,
That's weird.
but this is something that caught my ear. I was like, what? Did I hear this right? Listen to this.
Dude, look how that subject is written.
Biden claims black man invented light bulb.
The word black is capitalized?
Yeah, it is.
What the heck?
Anyway, Biden claims black man invented light bulb during campaign event. And then, of course, it follows right up with Thomas Edison is the inventor of the light bulb. And I was like, I'm going to look into this because I don't know. But before I get into the details, I'm going to just read about this. So during a Thursday meeting with Kenosha, Wisconsin community leaders, Joe Biden said that a black man, rather than Thomas Edison, invented the light bulb. And here it's quotes. People fear that which is different. We've got to, for example, in Why God's Name Don't We Teach History in history classes? A black man invented the light bulb, not a white guy named Edison, Biden said. There's so much. Did anyone know before what recently happened that Black Wall Street in Oklahoma was burned to the ground? Anybody know these things? Because we don't teach them. We've got to give people facts. I'm curious. I didn't watch when he actually said this. I'm curious how accurate that is to what he verbatim said, because a lot of times people clean it up when he says it. I mean, this is Fox, so I don't think they're pretty. I feel like they're more right-leaning than left-leaning, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But it's really interesting because, I mean, they actually go into it here. It says, it was Edison who first invented the light bulb and a filament that could last 1,200 hours. According to the Department of Energy, Edison secured patents for the incandescent light in 1879 and 1880. Biden was likely referring to Lewis Howard Latimer, who, according to a biography at MIT, patented an improved version of the incandescent light bulb in 1881 that could last even longer than Edison's. For perspective, 1,200 hours is about 50 days, far less than the modern incandescent light bulbs. So I actually looked this guy up, and this is a biography about him. And this guy actually, I'm rather impressed with him. This dude is kind of awesome. So I want to give him a little bit of light. So this guy is an inventor, engineer, Lewis Howard Latimer. He was born to parents who fled slavery. He learned the art of mechanical drawing while working at a patent firm. Over the course of his career as a draftman, Latimer closely worked with Thomas Edison and Alexander Graham Bell, in addition to designing his very own inventions. Latimer was born in Chelsea, Massachusetts, on September 4th, 1848. He was the youngest of 4 children born to George and Rebecca Latimer, who escaped from slavery in Virginia 6 years before his birth. Captured in Boston and brought to trial as a fugitive, George Latimer was defended by abolitionists Frederick Douglass and William Garrison. He was eventually able to purchase his freedom with the help of a local minister and began raising a family with Rebecca near Chelsea. George disappeared shortly after the Dred Scott decision of 1857, possibly fearing the return of slavery in the South. So, interesting family story. This dude, it could have gone a lot worse for him, So after his father's departure, Latimer worked to help support his mother and family. 1864, at the age of 16, he lied about his age in order to enlist in the United States Navy during the Civil War. Returning to Boston after an honorable discharge, he accepted a menial position at Crosby and Gold Patent Law Office, and he taught himself mechanical drawing and drafting by observing the work of draftsmen at the firm. Recognizing Latimer's talent and promise, the firm's partners promoted him from office boy to draftsman. In addition to assisting others, Latimer designed a number of his own inventions, including an improved railroad bathroom car and an early air conditioning unit. Very cool. Latimer's talents were well matched to the post-Civil War period, which saw a large number of scientific and engineering breakthroughs. Latimer was directly involved in one of these inventions, the telephone. Working with Bell, Latimer helped draft the patent for Bell's design of the telephone. He also was involved in the field of incandescent lighting, a particular competitive field, working for Hiram Maxim and Edison. Now, I actually have, now this is the MIT, this is what they reference here, and this actually talks more specifically about him working with Bell and Edison. So it says here, he first worked for Alexander Graham Bell as an assistant, and some actually claim that Latimer, not Bell, actually invented the telephone. But this is unlikely because Latimer often defended Bell's claims to first inventions in court. Later, Latimer became a member of Thomas Edison's elite research team, Edison's pioneers, and Latimer made his most important scientific contributions here by improving the light that was invented by Edison. So he actually fought for Alexander Graham Bell to make sure that he was the one who invented
I'll take his word on that.
The light bulb, or not the light bulb, the telephone.
Yeah.
So I feel like if he really wanted, there would have been some sort of claim that I did the light bulb, I made it, but there's nothing from that source. So clearly he had a hand in it. He made the light bulbs better, but Edison made the light bulb. So Biden spewing some lies like always. It's just more Biden is wrong. And I mean, are we really surprised though? Is it really a surprise that, he's still claiming that, the whole Charlottesville thing with President Trump talking about, the neo-Nazis there, that he's claiming he didn't condemn them, which was the very first thing he said in his speech, that they should be condemned outright. Well, Biden's still pushing this thing that, he's claiming that there's good people over there. And it's like, God, you give me a headache, Biden. You're pushing this rhetoric that's just false.
And it's racist.
It
Saying
is.
a black guy did it. Like, why didn't he just use this guy's name?
Absolutely true. And honestly, like, the more I learned about this guy is great.
Dude, Latimer.
Latimer, man.
The telephone and the light bulb.
Lewis Latimer he helped with the telephone and the light bulb. Like,
That's
dude
serious.
had a part of this, and it's really awesome.
I love his glasses.
He's one of the first major African American inventors, and I didn't know about him.
Legitimate.
So I'm kind of excited.
Shout out to
I learned
Louis.
about a cool, awesome American inventor.
Is there someone that came before these guys that was in, what I guess called African American? I hate these delineations, but
Yeah.
that because it says that Edison and Latimer had the patent, but that doesn't mean he was the guy that invented the concept. Was there
Right.
someone that came even further before? I'm just asking. Maybe Chad has a better idea.
Honestly, I'm sure that there's some sort of a hole that I can find, really dig into it. But it's clear that he was part of the patent office.
Yeah.
And that's maybe why they brought him on.
And he invented the better
But
light bulb.
Yeah, exactly. He improved the light bulb. He saw the design, made it better, and that's really awesome. And then they actually go in to talk about it. But I just really wanted to debunk this whole, what he was talking about. I'm talking about Biden right now. What he was making a claim, and it was clearly wrong. So Joe Biden, stop lying to the American public, please. I don't appreciate it. Yeah,
They find out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't think I don't think it cares. I said it cares.
The collective consciousness.
Or the robot that is Joe Biden.
Okay.
maybe that's what I. Yeah,
does
I guess
not.
I just called him a robot. So
It is not inaccurate.
whatever. I'm not. I don't feel bad about it.